Hey, don't let your mother smell that beer on your breath. She'll take it out on me.
Hi, I'm Annette, and this is
Craig.
We Are Your Parents' Beer Review. And we're going to review today a beer, a stout from Hoppin Brewery in Akron, Ohio.
From Akron, Ohio. And it is a
Barrel-aged
barrel-aged oatmeal imperial stout called Boris. It's, what did I say before? It was 9.4% ABV. This one is a fairly recent one. It's probably about maybe a year, if that, old. We buy them and we tend to store them because they're
And then we
really
forget
good.
that we own them.
We forget
That's
that we
okay.
own them, yes.
There's nothing like going through your beer stash and you go, oh, I didn't know we had that. That's awesome. Or like, oh my gosh, you have another bottle of that?
So we've done a series of reviews prior to this that we figured it was time to have something really good. So here it is, Boris, and I'll pour you first because you always say I give a bigger head than you.
But it's a stout, so there's not going to be much head. Come on. I know how you play. Ooh, that's like a nice looking, like, it's like a very dark,
It's extremely dark brown.
but the swirl when it first started was just amazing. Now I'm going to try to swirl without ruining my car. Yeah, I'm going to try it. How do you do it? You like lay it on here?
No, I do it like this. Forget, don't even worry about it. Now you don't shake.
Oh, but it looks like a cyclone. Okay.
Wow.
So that's a really dark. It's like pitch black.
So this just came out of the fridge. It's cold.
But it's not exceptionally cold.
It's dark brown.
Cold is what it is outside right
almost
now.
black. The head on this is a brown. It's brown more than anything.
Wicked.
The smell on this.
Wicked.
Wow, chocolate.
It is a chocolate.
Some vanilla.
Like a chocolate truffle dipped in bourbon.
No raisins today.
No, I don't get any raisins off the top of this at all. He says everything I think is a chocolate covered raisin dipped in bourbon, but it's not. This one does definitely.
No.
If you like chocolate, this is a nice one. And then remind you, it's an oatmeal stout, so it's going to be a sweeter one anyway, even though they all are sweet.
This one you can sniff all day.
You know, in fact, don't even drink it. Just snort it.
Just sniff it.
Just sniff.
It smells
Just
really,
walk around with
really
this
good.
attached to your face. You'll be happy with
Well,
it.
some beers you get them, you pour them in there and you stick your nose in there. And you ask me, why do you have my nose in there so far? Because I don't really pick up anything. This one, you don't have to get that close. I mean, as soon as you get even close to the glass, you pick up the chocolate.
I have it closer. It's
You
really
shove it in there deep and you get good nose.
so.
Anyway,
This is delicious looking. I am sure that it is just as delicious to consume, right? So let's go ahead.
I bet money on this.
You're gonna bet. It's stout, oatmeal stout done very well.
It's very good.
This has a great thickness to the mouth. It has a flavor of chocolate, very roasted, like you can't have roasted chocolate.
Tiny bit of licorice in it. There's vanilla. Definitely
vanilla.
dark chocolate. There's a sweetness to it. There's a little bit of coffee and roast in it.
Very minimal. There's
Minimal,
not a
yeah.
lot in this at all. In fact, that's probably why you like it so much, because you're not big on coffee beers. I am. That's another reason why we're still together, is that
There's a
we don't
nuttiness.
like all of them.
There's a nuttiness to it. I almost want to say an almond presence.
Interesting.
I never noticed it before, but it's sort of in the finish. After you swallow it, there's a little bit of almond in there.
I don't know why I always look off into the horizon when I'm tasting a beer. I should probably focus more in it, but I just go off and I'm like, what does that feel? This is really good.
Yes, she goes off. But anyway,
It's definitely
Excellent beer.
It's definitely a thick beer. This is a stout that's your pancake syrup kind of motor oil type. There's definitely sweetness. There's a breadiness of it, so we know that we're not going to be. And the bourbon isn't overdone at all. Sometimes you get them, it's like you smell the bourbon before you get to the glass. This doesn't have that. In fact, the first thing we said wasn't bourbon; it was actually chocolate.
it's not over boozy.
Yeah, sometimes I get a little put off with, like I said previously in other reviews, I like my bourbon and my beer, but I don't want always my bourbon and my beer together. Sometimes it's nice not to have that. It's delicious. Fred, owner and brewmaster at Hoppin Frog, is just, he's done some incredibly great brews, and this is one of them.
So this is in whiskey barrels, bourbon with whiskey barrels. And
As it warms, it's even more flavorful.
Yeah, it gets better
The
as
best
it
thing
warms.
about it, it's not overdone with too much sweetness.
just a good
It's
blend.
like kind of like a dark chocolate, really. Not really
An excellent
chocolate.
beer. It's up there in my top. It definitely is in my top.
We're gonna one day go over this.
No, I'm gonna have to go
list of
through and
yours.
figure out who's in my top 10.
Yeah, we need
Maybe
to,
I
because
maybe
he
I
always
need to
says
make my
top
list.
10 all the
You
time.
know, maybe I need to make the list bigger and it'd be a top 20 or something like this, because there's a lot of beers that I really like.
Will there be a playoff?
You know, we should probably line them up here. All of our favorites, your favorites and my favorites. It'd be
Guess
interesting
what?
to see
It'd
what
be
you
interesting
like
to
and don't
say
like.
how many of them aren't the same.
Yes.
I am the hop person. I love my double
Yes,
IPAs.
she would line up her IPAs and I would line up my barley wines and imperial stouts.
And my Belgians. Love Belgians. Which we've never reviewed yet.
And some sours.
Because we still keep going back
Well,
to
we
these
still
brews.
have Sour Bitch downstairs.
Yeah,
But anyway, that's another review.
that's another review
Anyway,
another day.
real good beer. If you have the opportunity, go up to Akron.
How many chugs?
And I've given it a 5 because I really like this a lot.
I am giving it a 4.5.
I knew that.
Because I'm always just slightly behind him because I'm not overwhelmed
A good woman is always slightly behind her husband.
walking in small steps.
Yes.
And that's why we're still together. Thank you. 4.5.
Cheers. 5.